Hello everyone, welcome back to the Reading Corner. Thank you so much for choosing to be here. I hope that you're all well wherever you are. Are you all ready for another fantastic book today? Brilliant, then let's go. Today's story is from Katie Morag's Island Stories by Mairi Hedderwick. And the story we're looking at today is Katie Morag and the Big Boy Cousins. It was the second fortnight in July, and Katie Morag's big boy cousins had arrived from the mainland to camp at Granny Islands, as they did each summer. "Oh no," sighed the islanders. "Here they come again." The big boy cousins were very wild and unruly. Katie Morag thought they were wonderful. "Why do you put up with them, Granny Island?" exclaimed Mr. and Mrs. McCall. "Because nobody else will have them," declared Granny Island, "and I could do with some help with the chores." Granny Island loaded the provisions onto her tractor and trailer, ready for the long, bumpy journey back to her house on the other side of the bay. "Coming, Katie Morag," smiled the biggest boy cousin, called Hector. Soon the tent was pitched and the stores unloaded. "Now," called Granny Island, "there are potatoes to be dug up, peats to be fetched, and driftwood to be gathered. Who is doing what?" "Gee willikers," groaned Hector, Archie, Jamie, Dougal, and Murdo Ian. Everyone pretended not to hear Granny Island. Even Katie Morag. "Hide down by the shore," whispered Hector. "It's boring here," moaned Archie after a while. "We'll go to the village then and play Chickenelly," said Hector. "Yeah!" chorused all the big boy cousins, except for Murdo Ian. "It's an awful long walk," he whined. "I know a quick way," chirped Katie Morag. She was enjoying being naughty and continued to ignore Granny Island's cries for help. In the village, all was calm and peaceful. The villagers were inside their houses, having a well-earned rest after a morning's hard work. Nobody noticed Granny Island's heavily laden boat heading across the bay. Chickenelly was a daring game. "Last one gets caught," whispered Hector, as he led all the cousins on tiptoe round the gable end of Nurse's home. Katie Morag's tummy tickled inside with excitement. Then the big boy cousins, with Katie Morag close on their heels, ran as fast as greased lightning, the length of the village, banging very loudly on each back door. Bang, 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 bang. In their mad rush to get to the safety of the other end of the village houses, they knocked into all sorts of things, and nobody saw Granny Island racing round the head of the bay on her tractor. "And just what do you think you're all up to?" Granny Island was colossal with fury. "Chickenelly," said Katie Morag timidly, wishing she had never heard of the game. "Oh, gee willikers," groaned Hector, Archie, Jamie, Dougal and Murdo Ian. Granny Island made them all apologise to the upset villagers and told them to clear up the mess they had caused. "And you can all walk back when you are finished," she shouted. Even though Granny Island was angry outside, Katie Morag knew her granny was sad inside. And that made Katie Morag feel sad too. Tired and very hungry, the big boy cousins were silent on the long journey back to Granny Islands. Katie Morag walked as fast as she could. "We've got to say sorry to Granny," she said, "and help her with the chores." "Gee willikers," groaned Hector, Archie, Jamie, Dougal and Murdo Ian. The chores didn't take that long once everyone lent a hand. Katie Morag worked hardest of them all, and she made sure that the big boy cousins didn't skive. "Last chore," called a smiling Granny Island. "Bring over some of the potatoes, the peats and the driftwood." Nobody groaned "gee willikers" this time. Granny Island had made a barbecue. "This is what I would call a hard-earned feast," said Granny Island, dishing out mounds of fried tatties and beans. "Tomorrow," she continued, "after the chores, we'll go fishing and see what we can catch for another feast." "Not chickenellies," giggled Katie Morag. And when it came to toasting the marshmallows, Katie Morag made sure that Granny Island got the biggest one. That was fair, wasn't it? The end.